Hello, Alebrije friends. This is Miss Lopez, your school counselor, and I am doing this lesson about our test, our upcoming test. So I know a lot of you are feeling stressed, are feeling maybe worried, a little bit anxious about our test. And hey, some of you might feel prepared and ready and excited, and both are definitely okay. So I'm here to teach you today to do not stress about the test. So we're going to learn some strategies to help ourselves feel prepared or even more prepared for that big test coming up. So what can we do to help ourselves feel prepared for the test? What are some ideas? Because I have a lot of ideas, so take this time and think about those ideas. Okay. Number one, friends, get a good night's sleep. This is the first and maybe the most important because we need to get a good night's sleep right before the test so that our brain can take in all of the information we've been learning, and it'll be easier for you to pull it out of your brain from your mind to the test when you've gotten a good night's sleep. What is a good night's sleep? How many hours of sleep do we need, friends? 2? 3? I don't think so. 8 to 10 hours of sleep to help our bodies and minds be fully rested so that we can be doing our best on test day. So what time will you go to bed the night before the test to make sure you're getting a good night's sleep? 2 a.m., 3 a.m.? Are we going to be on 3 a.m. Snapchatting our friends? No. Getting a good night's sleep means going to bed early to get enough hours of sleep. So think about how you're going to remind yourself to go to bed on time. Are you going to ask someone to remind you it's time to go to bed? Are you going to set an alarm? What are you going to do, friends? Number 2, have a healthy breakfast. When our bellies are full, our minds can focus on the task and not focus on how hungry we are, maybe. Our brain needs all those vitamins from our healthy breakfast to be able to, again, pull out all the information we've been learning. So, what is a healthy breakfast? All of you should know that. Is it the takis that I see some of you eating when I'm at the front gate? No, that's not a healthy breakfast. It's filling foods like eggs, yogurt, fruit, oatmeal. I have that every day. All of that is a healthy breakfast. Where can we eat breakfast? At home or at school. We can go right to the cafeteria in the morning, get ourselves a good breakfast, and be prepared to take that test. Okay, number 3. Be on time for school, friends. It's really important to be on time, not just for all the tests, but in general, to be on time for school. When we're on time, we don't feel rushed. We can get settled into our class, have our materials ready, start the day fresh with all of our classmates around us. So being on time. What time is that? What time should we be at school? 8:45, friends. Before 8:45, because at 8:45 everyone's already walking into class feeling prepared for the day. So we need to be on time. Number 4, friends, speak positively to yourself. I love this one. The things you say to yourself become the words that you hear inside your mind while you're working. So all that negative self-talk of, I can't do this, I'm not smart enough, those are all that negative voice. If you listen to Sammy Circuit, he talks about that negative voice. We don't want to listen to that. We have to speak positively or to ourselves. So what are some things we can tell ourselves? What are some things we can tell ourselves? Go ahead. You think I'm not listening, but I am. What are things you can tell yourself? I can do this. Just like Sammy says, I can do this. I am not defined by a test. I have worked hard this year. So these are the positive things you can tell yourself. I understand it. I've worked hard this year. I am trying my best. I can do this. Number 5, focus only on your own work. And this one is really important. While you're working on your test, it's important to focus only on what you are doing, being mindful, ignoring all those other distractions, focusing on your work. So, when we look around the room and see other people who are working really quickly, or maybe they're already done, it makes us feel like we need to rush, but we do not. So, don't worry about what others are doing or where they are in the test. Focus on yourself and do your best, friends. Using your donut eyes, I know this may seem silly, but using your donut eyes like this to help you only focus on your test and ignore everything else that's going on around you. Some of you might have privacy folders. Those are great instead of your donut eyes, right? To focus on only your things. Number 6, take breaks when you need to. So, whenever your teachers give you the opportunity to take a break, take it, right? Because when we're taking tests, sometimes we might feel really overwhelmed or we're starting to feel tired. Our brain might start to hurt and we might start to feel a little tired. That's why we need breaks, friends. And it's completely okay to do it if you're allowed to by your teacher to take that break. So, how can you take your little break? Stretch your hands. Stretching your hands, you can tighten your fists, let it go, wiggle those fingers, tighten your fist, let it go, wiggle those fingers for a bit. You can rub your face a little gently to give your body that little boost that it might need. Or you can take a 30-second mind vacation. This one's my favorite. While you're taking a break on a test, taking that 30-second vacation, so by closing your eyes and picturing a peaceful place, a calm place to refresh your mind and then refocus on the test. I'd be closing my eyes and taking a 30-second vacation to the beach, drinking some pineapple juice or some pineapple water, and taking that vacation, feeling the sun on my body, on my face. And as soon as those 30 seconds are over, feeling a little refreshed and back to doing our test. Okay, let's see what's next. Number 7, take your time, friends. It's so important to take our time and be mindful while we are doing our test. We know we have limited time during a test, so it can be really tempting to rush and finish and just get it over. But it's important to take our time so that we can do our best. And we take our time, friends, by reading questions carefully. It's okay to read the questions a few times to make sure you understand. We take our time by underlining important words. So, words like always, never, sometimes, true, false, underline those important words so that they stand out while you are taking the test. Also, read all answer options, friends. Before you choose one, read all the options because sometimes one of those answers may seem right, but if we keep reading, we might find an even better answer. So read all the answer options first. And cross out wrong answers. So if you see an answer that you know is just totally wrong, cross it off so it doesn't distract you from finding that right answer. That's eliminating all the wrong answers. And finally, number 8, check your work. It's a good idea to just go over and check your work, friends. So, if you have time left over, go back, check your work. Sometimes you might find a question that you maybe misunderstood the first time you read it, or a little mistake, and that's okay. And if you don't have time at the end, friend, do not stress about the test. You did your best. You gave it your all. Do not stress. You have learned some strategies now that will help you do your best, friends. And if you need extra support, you know where to find me. You know how to ask your teachers for support. And we are all here to help you do your best on this test, friends. So thank you for listening to this lesson, and I'll see you next time.